A lot of mail on this one. Since we clearly have a lot to get through, let's just jump straight into the evolutions. I only have 5, but I'll answer a couple questions between some of them since, well, I'm excited about most of them, except this. So I'll just get it out of the way. Still looking for that double poison or double bug type moveset on a Beedrill. Will it happen this week? No. First question. Is there a difference between a big nice and a little nice ring when you catch Pokemon? Yes, there is. As the ring shrinks from the biggest size down to the smallest, the multiplier increases. So the smaller the ring is, the better chance you have of catching a Pokemon. I have a full video explaining how catch mechanics work that explains everything that goes into the formula, including the type of ball you use, raspberries, curveballs, your metal bonus, throw bonus like this. So check that out here if you want to learn a little bit more about it. Ironically though, the only thing I was wrong about in that video was the size of the circle shrinking, but I made a correction afterwards. So what I said now is correct. What I say in the video is not correct. How about another question? I've been saving up evolutions for possible shinies. Will they only spawn in the wild? I'm not familiar with main series games. So the way shiny Pokemon work in main series games is that they're either shiny or they're not. When you evolve a Pokemon, it's not going to become shiny. It'll be shiny from the moment you catch it or hatch it, but it'll never change from shiny to regular or from regular to shiny. If it's like the main series games, you'll be able to hatch them from eggs or catch them in the wild, but I'm not sure how they're going to handle existing Pokemon if some of them will become shiny, if there's something already related to their Pokemon code, their identifier, that'll identify them as shiny once they roll that out. Like we saw earlier this week with Pikachu, I'm not talking about Raichu when it switched all Raichus to female and then all to white hats. I'm talking about when some of my Pikachu became female, it seems like there might have been already some kind of identifier with that Pikachu that determined that it was female, so we might have some Pokemon become shiny, but I wouldn't guarantee it. How about next we do Igglybuff? I'm evolving this all the way to Wigglytuff because I still want a pound Hyper Beam Wigglytuff, which is actually a really good procedure. It's similar to Raticate in that it's very strong for its CP, so it's good for training. Also a pound Play Rough Wigglytuff would be okay because that's good for fighting Dragonites. Got it. Nice. I don't know if its IVs are really that great. I hardly ever check percentages on my Pokemon anymore, but Pound Hyper Beam, that's exactly what I want, and my game just froze. How do you feel about the price hike on the Pokemon Go in-app purchases? Seems pretty steep now. So this price hike only happened for British players using iPhones, and it's a result of Apple raising the cost of their in-app prices in anticipation of Brexit and, the changing, fluctuating value of the British pound. So, British trainers, here's a tip that I read on Reddit. You can actually sign into your account on an Android phone and make purchases at the old prices because Google hasn't raised the prices on its in-app purchases yet. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but if you have a friend with an Android phone, try it out so you don't get ripped off by Apple. Is there a difference of natural habitat versus nested versus lured or incensed Pokemon in regard to their IVs? Any benefits of one or another? There is no difference between any of those types of spawns. The only Pokemon who have better IVs on average are Pokemon that hatch from eggs, because egg Pokemon are limited to having IVs of 10 through 15, whereas, as we know, other Pokemon can have 0 through 15. So the only time you're going to find generally higher IV Pokemon is from eggs. And I actually did a study of this a long time ago, like in the first month that the game was out, which you can watch here if you want to go back in time. There was at one point a bug where nest Pokemon had lower IVs on average than other Pokemon, but that's gone now, so now nest Pokemon, incense, lures, natural spawns, they all have the same chance of having good IVs or bad IVs. I'm doing another Sandshrew because I actually checked the percentage on the last one I evolved and got Mudshot Earthquake, and it's like 84%. This one is 93%. So I'd be a little more comfortable powering this up if I managed to get Mudshot Earthquake. And out of all the Sandshrews that I evolved for bulk evolutions, none of them had Mudshot Earthquake. How accurate is this article? It's a link to an article, which I'll also link to in the description, that cites a study done on the Silph Road regarding egg hatching odds. I'm mid-edit here and I have to make a correction because I thought this was a different article, but I actually checked the link and it's something else. This article links to a study by one Silph Road user who documented all of his 10-kilometer egg hatches and came up with the odds of each Pokemon that he hatched from 10Ks. So the article is accurate in that it cites his results correctly, but a previous study from the Silph Road of egg hatching odds found that certain players were hatching certain Pokemon more often than others, which suggests that the Pokemon that you hatch from eggs is somehow correlated or influenced by the Pokestops where you pick them up or the location where you receive them. So yes, this article is accurate in that these are the odds that that specific person had of hatching each Pokemon, but for you it might be different because you're getting your eggs from a different location. Now if there's a specific Pokemon that you're looking for that you've never hatched from an egg before, I would suggest trying to go get eggs from different Pokestops, somewhere that you've never been before, because there is a bit of evidence to suggest that if you're getting your eggs in the same place all the time, you're probably going to hatch a lot of the same Pokemon. Who should I do first, Abra or Charmander? Let's just do Charmander. Obviously Ember Fire Blast is good because it's 2 moves of the same type, but on Charizard, Wing Attack Fire Blast is even better in terms of damage per second. Wing Attack Fire Blast Charizard is actually one of the strongest Pokemon in the game in terms of just overall damage output, so I'd be okay with that. Wing Attack Flamethrower is also up there. So there's actually a lot of usable options for Charizard, and with Wing Attack and a Fire-type move, those moves are both super effective against Bug and Grass, so still has its uses. Now, if it's like Wing Attack Dragon Claw, alright, Wing Attack Flamethrower, that's actually okay. I would have preferred Fire Blast, but this is cool too. What Pokemon can you get Ditto from? I've only got it from Magikarp, Pidgey, and Rattata. Well, it's those 3 and Zubat. Magikarp, Pidgey, Rattata, and Zubat. Someone put out a call on the Silph Road earlier this month for anyone to submit any kind of evidence, any video proof that you can get Ditto from any Pokemon other than those 4, and no one came up with anything. There were a lot of reports when Ditto first started appearing that people were getting it from other Pokemon, but no one has been able to prove that. So as of now, it's confirmed that Ditto comes from Magikarp, Pidgey, Rattata, and Zubat. If anyone has proof, video evidence of Ditto coming from anything else, please let me know, tweet it at me, leave it in the comments, but as of now, that's not confirmed. One more evolution, you guys already know exactly what I want from this. This is my highest CP Abra, so it's going to be my highest CP Alakazam. I don't know. It might be okay. There's a 5 out of 6 chance that it won't be okay. I mean, that's not to say that other movesets are bad, but Psycho Cut, Psychic is the best moveset for Alakazam, which will make it the best attacker in the game. So maybe this time I'll get lucky. I've only evolved 4 though, so I'm not getting my hopes up too much. I think that is my first one with Psycho Cut though, which Psycho Cut alone is its best moveset. So I at least get to use Psycho Cut in battle now. Just gotta save up 113 candies and try again. Last question. Please reply, Nick. Let me just tell you guys, when you say stuff like that, it actually makes me want to reply less. But the question's good, so I'm gonna make an exception. I've noticed that in the last couple days, your videography and editing has really lifted its game. Why is that? So here's the thing. I haven't been doing too much differently. Obviously, I'm doing the AR footage with the catches now, which a lot of you guys are really enjoying, so that's good to get that positive feedback on that. But the thing that's really made the difference for me is that I've sort of let go of people's expectations. For a while, I was really stressing myself out over trying to get a useful tip into every video because I thought that, you know, that's what you guys come here for, because I would see that in the comments. There's no Pokemon Go content in this video. I'm unsubscribing. But there are so many of you who come here every day to watch what I'm creating, regardless of what the content or the subject matter is. And you, those are the people that I'm really doing this for. Over the last couple weeks or month, the game has really slowed down in terms of new content. We went a long time without an update, and then we got one which had a lot of hidden stuff in it, but we haven't actually gotten anything new in the game for a long time. You'll notice that a lot of us, the big Pokemon Go YouTubers, Reversal, Ben Tim1, Mystic7, myself, I guess we're kind of like the Elite Four of Pokemon Go. If you look at a lot of our recent videos, we all pretty much have the same titles, the same topics that we're covering. Pokemon Go went down. There is a huge data mine. Because there's not a whole lot left that we can do differently. The information is really limited, so of course we're all going to talk about the same things, but we all try to put our own little spin on it, our own perspective, our own takes on it, and I think that's why a lot of you guys probably watch multiple Pokemon Go YouTubers, because we all have our own perspectives on things. But Pokemon Go content has been slow for a while. It's probably going to be slow while we wait for another big update. So you see these guys doing different things on their channels. Reversal is planning on playing Fire Emblem, which is really exciting. Ben and Mystic 7 have started playing Clash again in some of their videos. But for me personally, I consider playing other games, but I don't think I'll really seriously play another game on the channel until the Animal Crossing mobile game comes out. I really have no idea what that's going to be like, but I've always enjoyed the Animal Crossing franchise, so it's something I really want to try out. But in the meantime, what I'm focusing on is really putting a lot of effort into creating something beautiful, entertaining, enjoyable, something that you guys will really want to come here to watch every day. That was always my goal. That was what I enjoyed most about doing this, about being a full-time YouTuber, is that I get to create something every day. I love having that freedom. I love being able to do what I want and not really having to work for anyone. But for a while, I kind of lost sight of that, and I was sort of trying to please people by making sure I had useful Pokemon Go information in every video. I was trying to build everything around one main tip, and as the tips started running out, as I covered everything there was to talk about with Pokemon Go, it led to me getting really frustrated and being hard on myself when I couldn't think of something useful to share with you guys. And that frustration took a lot of my energy away from creating. So once I kind of let go of that and freed myself of people's expectations of what this channel is supposed to be in their minds, I've been able to return to what this channel has always been about for me, which is going to new places, exploring, experiencing new things, playing Pokemon Go, sharing that experience with you, and just creating something new every day. Now that's not to say that I've abandoned tips entirely, because I haven't. In every video, when I'm talking about things, I try to include useful and helpful information for you guys. So even though there might not be some huge groundbreaking tip in the title of the video, there will always be helpful information within. So that's kind of what's changed. It's my mindset, and that's really freed me up creatively to get back to what I intended to do with this channel. So with that said, let's open some packages. Again, I have a lot of letters, so I'm going to open these off camera. I'll read them all. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who sent one. I appreciate it, but to save time, I'm going to keep these ones to myself. I'm going to start with this one because I already know exactly what it is, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm sure a lot of you will be as well. We've been waiting a long time, but they're finally here. The second edition run of Trainer Tips pins are going to be available very soon. So first edition was black and gold, and those will forever be first edition. For these second edition pins, we have black and silver, and white and gold. They're not going to be available in the merch store just yet. I want to make sure everyone has a chance to watch this video and know that they're coming. So we'll put them up for pre-order. We'll put them up for pre-order Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So Monday, tomorrow. When tomorrow's video goes live, pins will also be available to pre-order. And then we should start shipping them out about a week from that because we have to go through and package them all. But this is your warning. 24 hours from the time this video goes live, these pins will be available on the Trainer Tips merch store, which is in the description. Let's get on to the surprises. I don't see a note or a letter in there, but that came from Windroid Guy, so thank you. Dear Nick, my name is Sully. I'm 6. I'm on Team Instinct 2. Good choice, Sully. Sullivan, thank you so much. Pretty excited to play with these. You guys, I have so many Pokemon cards now. This is from William, who works to save shipwrecks. That's really cool. You see all these cards? So many old cards. Amazing. Thank you, William. Thanks, William. China Post. Contact seller. I don't know who sent this, but thank you. Sylveon, for those who aren't familiar, is Eevee's fairy-type evolution that was introduced in Gen 6. And the creepy thing about it is that when you think about it, these ribbons are made of flesh. So, thank you. Thank you, Jake from State Farm. To Nick, to Cassie from FoobTube. One for me, one for Cassie. Thank you, FoobTube. Help. Snacks wanted to try it on. These are some comics I've published recently. Thank you, Isaac, for the comics. Check them out. Sincerely, William Clayton Walden Jr. Bartlett. This is nice. Gold Pikachu coin. Is that one name? Or is that like 5 people? Do you have a long name? Or are you 5 people? Regardless, thank you. Go box. I put all the things I wanted when I played Go in a box, added some other fun Pokemon stuff, and of course some team-specific gear. And just like that, Go Box was born. Some Fallen Empires unopened booster packs. Are you guys just holding on to this old stuff? Max says this stuff is specific to me, but the rest of this is a regular Go Box. The classic Ash Ketchum hat. Maybe someday we'll see you in Pokemon Go. Team Instinct beanie. Pokeball with some stuff in it. Lanyard. It's a little chart of all the Pokemon that hatch from the different eggs. First gen only, no babies yet. And a type advantage chart. Some little Pokemon. A Korean booster pack. Pretty sure my cousin had this exact poster. Go Box from this guy, I guess. Thank you, Max. By the way, guys, my mailbox is not a P.O. box. So don't write P.O. Box on there, because every time you guys do that, they write this on my packages. This was ordered by Nicholas Hale. It says Ingress. This is official Niantic gear. These better be touchscreen. Yep, they are. Are they supposed to be this way? They're supposed to go this way, because this stuff grips nicely on the phone. Thank you, Nicholas, for the Ingress gloves. I wonder if they'll ever make Pokemon Go gloves. Last one. This is so cool. From Evelyn, thank you so much. Again, I have a huge mess to clean up on the floor here, but thank you so much to everyone who sent a letter, a package. I really appreciate it. It just means a lot that you guys actually take the time to do that, so thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you learned something. See you tomorrow. I have a card here from Noah with a question. He says, when I leveled up to 30, he saw something that said Max Revive, and he's wondering what that was. Max Revive is like a revive. It revives your fainted Pokemon, but it heals them completely. So you use it once, and they go from 0 HP all the way to full. And also, thank you for all these drawings, Noah. These are great. And snacks. Thanks, Noah. Here's a question in a really nice envelope from Linda. Given my heritage, do I speak any Tagalog or any other language? I actually don't speak Tagalog, which is kind of embarrassing and disappointing for me, honestly. But I did take 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I'm pretty okay with that. I can definitely pick up like a Spanish newspaper or magazine and read and comprehend, but it's definitely easier for me to understand from reading than it is from listening. Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and a Weedle card. That's a new one. Can you do a 3-starter evolution gym battle? Nathan, 3-starter gym battle coming up. Not in this video, in the next one. Here's one from Aaron who says I inspired him to create his own Pokemon Go YouTube channel. It's called Aaron, well, it's spelled like Bay, but it's probably pronounced By. Aaron By. And if you search, it's the first one that comes up. So check that out. I'm also going to sign these cards and send them back to him.
Mr. Nick?
Oh, Chance is here.
Hey!
Hey, I'm opening mail.
Oh, good for you.
Thanks.